My name is Jim Ryan, and I am from Pawhuska. I say that because I was born here in 1946 over at the old hospital where the library is. And my dad was in the Air Force, and we basically traveled all over the country and had one foreign assignment also. But we wound up in San Antonio, Texas in the mid-50s, and my dad had 2 assignments there. So we got 8 years in a row in San Antonio, and I went through high school there, and by then I was hooked. So I pretty much stayed there most of my life. I did spend a couple of years in Pawhuska in 2nd, 3rd grade when I went to Immaculate Conception School and lived down the street here on 6th Street. And I also lived a couple of years in Los Angeles, and I spent a couple of summers in Canada and British Columbia, a couple of summers in Oslo, Norway with my father on assignment from the Air Force. So I've kind of been around a lot, but I call San Antonio my home and Pawhuska my home. And hopefully in my candidacy I will be coming back here to establish that again. I am running to improve the lives of the Osage people. My mission, if I'm so lucky as to be elected, is to make the Osage people's lives better. And doing that by working together with the other members of Congress and the chief to pass legislation that would improve their lives. My last candidate statement in the Osage News, I proposed that we build senior villages and start Title VI programs in Hominy and Hominy and Grey Horse Fairfax. And I'm pleased to say that a bill was passed last night in Congress that Congressman Shackelford had put up last year, and it kind of sat around for a while, but now there's a bill that passed last night that will establish a committee to start studying putting senior services in Hominy and Grey Horse Fairfax. So I'm very excited about that. I'm a physical fitness advocate. I want to restart some programs that they used to have here in Pawhuska. There was a water aerobics program over at the little heated pool, inside pool across the way there. And of course there's an ongoing Zumba program that is every Tuesday and Thursday night. I did the class last Tuesday, and which actually was free for Native Americans for a while. I want to see that, that restored. There's a shuttle program that was proposed several years ago that would provide transportation for our people in Hominy and Fairfax Grey Horse. I would like to see that revived and put in place so that they would be able to come over and take advantages of services here in Pawhuska. And actually the transport goes all over this part of Oklahoma. So I would also like to see that in place. Well, yeah, actually I spoke to a program, education program. By the way, we have a wonderful education director, Ida, just very on top of the situation. And she is proposing a program. It was not passed. It was basically they just looked at it yesterday. And it's a program that would involve having Osage high school students, not just in Oklahoma, but in the highly populated Osage states all over the country, take the ACT test once a year during their freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior years, so that would prepare them for the final test when they take it. And that's just an excellent way to approach that particular subject. You know, it's not in place yet, but I did stand and spoke to support it. In fact, my daughter's in the 6th grade, and we bought her study books about 3 days ago for the ACT, both books. And it's another thing that I mentioned there was this whole thing is it's set up so that Osage high school students can take college courses while they're still in high school. And this is a program that goes, my son was in it actually in San Antonio, and he was able to achieve, I think, 12 college hours while he was still in high school. And this is something that would be wonderful for our students here, because there's a big dropout rate in freshman and sophomore years. And in her program, they could get 30 hours of college credit before they actually went to a college. And another part of my platform is that we should have an Osage University at some point. And this program would lead directly into that, in that we would have the instructors in place, we would have, she's proposing that we use the language department in Hominy to have the classes, we would have the space for the classes in place, and this all leads directly into our own institution of higher learning.